In the high elevations of the eastern Mediterranean, where snow meets stone and clouds drift through ancient ridgelines, grows one of the most iconic trees in human history, the Cedar of Lebanon. Known scientifically as Cedar Lebanon, this tree once dominated vast forests that stretched across the mountains of Lebanon and beyond. Today, only fragments remain, but thousands of years ago, these forests were legendary. In the ancient world, the cedar was prized above all other timbers. It was strong, resistant to decay, and carried a distinctive fragrance. Empires sought it, kings traded for it, builders depended on it. But in the Bible, the Cedar of Lebanon becomes more than a material resource. It becomes a symbol. In Psalm 92, verse 12, the cedar represents stability and spiritual vitality. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. The image is deliberate. Deep roots, slow growth, long life, a life that endures. By the 10th century BCE, cedar wood had become central to one of the most ambitious construction projects in biblical history. When King Solomon set out to build the temple in Jerusalem, he formed an alliance with Hiram, king of Tyre, securing vast quantities of cedar from Lebanon. Logs were cut in the mountains, transported to the coast, and floated by sea before being hauled inland to Jerusalem. Inside the temple, cedar covered the walls and ceilings. It was carved, overlaid, and crafted into a sacred space. The use of cedar was not only practical, it was symbolic. Strength and permanence were being built into a place meant to represent God's presence. But the cedar also carried another meaning in Scripture. In the writings of the prophets, it became a metaphor for power and pride. In Ezekiel 31, a great empire is described as a towering cedar in Lebanon. Its height reaches the heavens, its branches sheltering nations. Yet the story ends in collapse. The message is clear: no structure, no kingdom, no power, no matter how great, stands beyond accountability. Isaiah expands this idea further. The cedar, along with other great trees, is ultimately subject to the Creator. Even the tallest growth begins as something planted. Today, the remaining cedars of Lebanon are protected, living relics of a world described in ancient texts. Some are believed to be over 1,000 years old. They stand as biological survivors and historical witnesses. Across the Bible, the Cedar of Lebanon carries layered meaning. A resource, a symbol of righteousness, a warning against pride, and a reminder of endurance. It is a tree rooted in the earth, but reaching into theology, history, and human identity. The forests may have faded, but the story of the cedar still stands.